I'm not salty, man. Anyways, another match for the folks at home. Captain Birdman versus FXDFW Lunchables. Lunchables, of course, the monster underneath everyone's bed here. But he's had a couple of moments here and there where some of these up-and-comers have given him a run for his money.
Yeah.
Zeus was able to go and take game one on this very stage. I'm curious to see if Birdman can maybe put up a similar show.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. And Birdman is going with the traditional DDD. He has a lot of bird-oriented characters. But the thing that's problematic is he has this massive hurt box that Toon Link can really abuse with whether it's the projectiles or it's these disjoints. Also, the down air had the units reduced for the length of it in 3.6, so it's also a little bit harder to deal with. I think particularly Link comes to mind when it comes to this larger disjoint, but you have multiple options to move around it, so you might not necessarily have to use the normal to counter it. You might need to use some of your movement options.
Speaking of movement, those taunt cancels, man.
Oh, I hate
those taunt cancels, dude.
it.
Man, shouts to 64, man.
Oh,
we do things.
Oh, then Hyrule, the stupid thing that you do on Isaac's house.
Oh my god, yeah.
Isaiah's house.
Isaiah's house, dude.
Oh.
Isaac?
Oh, is he going to take him off the top?
No Bible thumps just yet, man.
Finish? So look out for the dash attack. He's at the high enough percentage. Lunchables go with that back air, up B. That's going to be enough to finish him off the top. That's a great conversion. Like, back air is such a strong move because it works regardless of percentage. At lower percentages, back air, back air, back air. Just do all that all the time. But back air into up B, also a really good finisher too. So at the other percentage, it's kind of the universal tool, as you will.
So
right?
talk to me, Nebs. What's making it so that we haven't really seen that much of a showing from Birdman so far?
He hasn't honestly threatened Lunchables that much. Like, he hasn't put him in a position where Lunchables has had to make choices. Even whenever he has his back to the wall, he's got these fantastic moments where he's like, he has the answer because Birdman is already committed to some sort of an option. Lunchables has some sort of an answer because Toon Link is such a quick character. If Birdman commits to an option with these slow, sluggish moves, you're going to have something really powerful coming back from Lunchables.
But fortunately for Birdman, DDD has some powerful tools in his arsenal as well. That forward air, so strong, especially when it comes to getting off of the edge. The range that it has was fantastic, and just as fantastic was the knockback.
Okay, now up tilt. Yeah, he's going to continue to do these sort of things. Good power shield. See? And there it is. DDD doesn't have a ton of fast acting normals. Like his jab, I think his grab is faster than his jab, to be honest. It's pretty odd. He's going for those nairs, those up airs. Not gonna catch him. So here's the fun situation. You have him in the corner. Let's see what you can do. Good job avoiding the down tilt. When he had the air dodge to do it, and because he doesn't recovery, he reads the punish there from Lunchables.
Another big talking point is think about how many times we've actually seen Birdman have that chance to even get those Gordos out or those Waddle Dees. He hasn't been able to utilize Waddle Dashes or options like that just because Lunchables is doing such a great job of consistently putting pressure on him.
Yeah, exactly. Whether it's the normals and he's closing the distance really quickly, or it's him throwing the projectiles. It's one of the two. So it's pretty scary here. There it is. He finally gets a conversion off of one of those. He gets a chance to finally start using it. Oh gosh, this is so scary. So when you're pressed to the chest, dude, it's scary what options that your opponent also has. I think that Lunchables and Toon Link get a lot more by being really close to them rather than DDD. Because DDD has this great grab range, but it's pretty fast that comes out. I think it's one of the fastest for its range. However, if you're too close, sometimes you won't be able to abuse the fact that it's such a long grab, right?
JV 3-stock for Lunchables. He's taking game one pretty dominantly. Do you think we're going to be seeing a character swap maybe to the Falcon for game two, or do you think he's just going to be sticking with that DDD?
I think it depends on the character, the stage selection. But yeah, honestly, I'd be happy to see some sort of a character swap. He's got a Falco. He's got a Captain Falcon. Both characters are really good. I would prefer to see Falco in this particular matchup.
Yeah.
Only because you get the lasers to kind of help counter all that. If you're going Falco though, I would be happy with something like. Oh no, are they going to Delphi? No. I think I'd be happy going to Wario because the platforms really help and articulate Falco's combo game. But at the same time, you're also doing the same thing for Toon Link. It looks like he's going to stick with his loyalty, stick with his big bird and his big body, and try to work it out. Gordo at the gate.
Oh, forget Waddle Dash. He's Gordo dashing. Okay. So let's see. One thing that we got to see is whether or not the Birdman is going to have enough room to really get that Gordo and Wally-based projectile game going. On one hand, I think that Lunchables, from a theoretical standpoint, is going to be able to win the projectile game just because the rate of projectiles will be so much greater from Lunchables than it would be from Birdman. But if Birdman has those opportunities, if he's able to maybe use that long grab range that DDD has to give himself a minute to breathe and then continue to pester, maybe. There's a chance he was maybe trying to catch that Waddle Dee, but he just came up a little bit short.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I think he was thinking, oh, he got it perfectly. You can't be under the platform against Lunchables. He's just going to keep doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just going to keep threatening with up air and back air here and up B. But what I was getting at is, I think what he was initially doing is that I thought he had enough aerial drift with that air dodge to potentially get high enough so that he could drop down and then grab ledge. But he was starting a needle. He was unfortunately a little bit short here, but he's getting some combo games started here. Whoa, he's taking big risks. He's going swinging the hammer, dude.
And like we said, he has a little bit of space. That's when we're going to be seeing some of those Waddle Dees coming out. Birdman really hoping for a Gordo. None of them really happening just yet. And Lunchables, given this opportunity to get back on stage, is making the most of it. Look at the punish that we saw just from him being able to get back onto the stage.
The down air that I was talking about, the down air nerf came into play there as Lunchables was getting back onto the stage. So that's exactly what I was talking about, that same situation. That up B is going to send him out again. So now he's going to try to cover up options. That was excellent. So he threw it downwards in case Birdman had the idea of he's going to drop down quickly, and then he up B just in case he was going to get fresh and go above. But man, if he don't keep his hands up to protect his face, he's going to get decked like that consistently. When you start to use the Waddle Dees and the Gordos to start moving in closer, I'm curious to see what you can really do. The thing is, it's actually really powerful of an option. That up B is going to finish while on top. The real reason why Gordos and Waddle Dees are really powerful, wall dashing as a whole is great, because you're at pretty positive frame advantage when you do it. You can do the Gordos and the Waddle Dees and put them in front of you, and it's an active hitbox that they have to deal with. And if they block it, that's cool. You can still go for a setup for a grab. It's pretty sick.
Wow, Birdman has been getting a lot off of these grabs so far. Despite the one missed tech read that he had, he's been really on point with some of his follow-ups and conversions, especially when it comes to the world of regrabs. But he's still down by so much, 3 stocks on Lunchables. How do you think he's going to be coming back from this?
He's not, if I'm going to be blunt about it.
I mean, I wanted to believe.
I know, I did too, man. But he had shown no signs of life that entire set.
You're right.
Just him roasting the bird on the fire. He had been chopping the vegetables up on the other side. He had the seasoning. He had all the condiments. He had everything he needed to have a fully fleshed out meal.
Sometimes you need that grilled chicken breast, man.
Thanksgiving came early, man.